Trump says he wants to punish General Motors for its restructuring plan that could cut up to 14,000 jobs and close 5 auto plants. The president tweeted a threat to scrap GM's government subsidies, though it's unclear if he has the power to do that on his own. Dean Reynolds is at a GM dealership in Chicago. Dean, good morning.
Good morning. The White House has told GM that the president feels betrayed by its decision. Many of those job cuts could fall in areas of the Midwest where candidate Trump campaigned on reviving manufacturing.
Holiday season layoffs from GM, brutal, brutal.
Frustration at the White House over General Motors' decision to idle 5 North American plants boiled over to anger.
Seems like GM would rather build its electric cars in China rather than in the United States.
Leading to a threat from the president, who tweeted, "We are now looking at cutting all GM subsidies, including for electric cars." Just minutes after that presidential warning, Wall Street responded, with GM stocks dipping down for the day almost simultaneously as the president's tweet.
They should have done this a long time ago.
Automotive industry expert Gene Jennings says GM's controversial decision was not surprising.
We're on the cusp of a new age of transportation, and that transportation will be electric, it will be autonomous.
As GM looks to the future in Detroit,
we're still trying to figure out what exactly this might mean for us.
The Hamtramck community is reflecting on the sacrifices it made to welcome GM in the 1980s.
There was a viable neighborhood of thousands of houses, businesses, churches that were bulldozed to create this complex.
GM said in a statement many of the U.S. workers impacted by these actions will have the opportunity to shift to other GM plants.
They can be cold, It's just the way it is, nature of the business.
While some workers were numb to the cuts, others felt fear for their future.
Hell, honestly, is like, I don't know what to do next.
Now, it's not surprising that the United Auto Workers Union is unhappy with GM's decision. UAW President Gary Jones urged the automaker to, quote, invest in the American citizens who invested in you. John?
Dean Reynolds, thanks very much, Dean.